That's so goofy. Hey y'all, it's me back with another video. I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, so someone posted, someone made a post. I think I saw it on Facebook. I posted it on my Instagram, and it says, if you want to relieve arthritis pain, you can heat up 2 cups of Quaker oats and a cup of water in the microwave for a minute. So I have that here. It's looking a little thick. I don't know if I used enough water. And it says to put the infected joint in the Quaker oats, and it's supposed to relieve pain. Now, this is also going to be my. Let me see how hot this is. Okay, it's not really hot. It's just warm. I got time because I don't want to stick it in there if it's cold. So this is also going to be my coming out story. I'm going to be telling you guys what the doctor said. So I have psoriatic arthritis, which is caused by psoriasis, I guess. Well, yeah, it's kind of caused by psoriasis. When I was 11, 12, 13, something years old, I had psoriasis really bad on my scalp, like real bad. Like to the point where my mom would have to go in with like a fine tooth comb and, literally pull up those plaques and stuff. I had it on my chin, on the back of my neck, and on my chest. Okay, so my mom took me to see a dermatologist because at first she just thought that it was just, a really bad case of dandruff. And that's what they thought too when my regular doctor saw it because, it would look different depending on, like if my scalp had built up oils or I had just got my hair washed or whatever, it looked different. So, when I saw my primary care doctor, he thought it was just really bad dandruff. And he was, telling me shampoos to, my mom's shampoos to use to try to make it go away. Of course, it didn't go away with anything over the counter. And my mom took me to see a dermatologist, and he said it was psoriasis. So then, they started to treat it medically with medicated shampoos and I think some kind of stuff that kind of looked like Vaseline, but it wasn't. It was, from the doctor or whatever. And I was going through these light treatments for my face because I had like plaques on my chin and on my and it was not it was really ugly, like real ugly, and on the back of my neck. So I was going through some type of light treatment. I have no idea what that was. Look up light treatment dermatology. I'm pretty sure you will find it because I did, read that some people still go through that now. And mind you, this was back in the early 80s or late 70s when this was going on, when I, was a young teenager because I graduated from high school in 82. And by then, it was kind of starting to go away or whatever. It wasn't as bad. So it cleared up. It cleared up really good. I don't think it came back until I was like in my late 20s or early 30s. And then I would just get it around my hairline. Because this is like my natural hairline right here, probably. And then my hair, I don't want to say recedes, but my hair kind of fell out where I had a ring around my entire hairline of psoriasis. Just, just a thick plaque ring. And when that plaque ring lifted, it lifted the hair too. And it still comes back every now and then, but just not as thick as it used to. I still have extremely itchy scalp at times. In the summer, I think it's worse. In the summer, when I sweat, my scalp gets really itchy. And no, black people do not wash their hair every day. If we did, we would not have any oils on our scalp. And when you have psoriasis, they don't want you washing your hair every day because you're, stripping the oils and you get drier and it just makes the whole situation worse. So normally I do wash my hair with like a sulfur aid, or if it, flares up real bad, I have to use like a tea gel medicated shampoo on my scalp. What else? And they give me this medicine to put on my scalp to, try to alleviate some of the itching. Because there have been times when I have literally scratched my scalp until it bled. Okay, so I've been talking for 6 minutes. Y'all like, are you gonna stick your hand in that oatmeal or not? So yeah, the oatmeal is still kind of warm, and I'm gonna just stick my hand in here and be doing this while I'm talking to y'all. If y'all want to see what a handful of oatmeal looks like, I'll help you with that too. But I'm pretty sure you know what oatmeal looks like. But let me just kind of, oh, I should have got a spoon. Let me just, okay, that's not working. Okay, I should have thought about this a little bit more. Because the bowl that I'm using is not really big enough. Oh, no, it's big enough. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Because the major pain that I have is like right in this joint right here. Where the thumb connects to the fat part of your hand. This part right here. That's where my major pain is. I have what they call trigger finger. So the thumb, the joint just like pops super hard. I mean, it is so painful. Like I have never felt that kind of pain, and my thumb has been swollen for like about a month. I just, I told y'all I had a steroid shot on Friday, and I think it just really started working yesterday. Okay, this feels disgusting. I don't like this. Okay. I'm one of them kind of people with textures. Okay. Y'all know this slimy, right? This is so nasty. Look at this. This is gross. I should have used a bigger bowl. I didn't know. Okay. This feels nasty. Okay. If you have issues with texture, I don't think you're going to be able to do this because it's slimy. Because like the oatmeal is not cooked because you only put it in the microwave for a minute. It says, okay. I don't know if I can do this. Take a shot every time I say okay. All right, I'm just bending it over. Okay, so I'm doing it like this. Just bending the container and just sticking my thumb in there so I can stop touching the oatmeal. Oh, this is gross. Okay, I don't like this. This is disgusting. I don't like this. I think a heating pad would probably just be just as good as doing this. Who told me to do this? Like, why am I doing this? I don't like this. This is nasty. This is so nasty. This feels so nasty. I don't know. If you don't have a problem with textures, you'll probably be able to do it, but I don't like this. It does feel good though. Like because the oatmeal is so warm, and if you can get over the fact that it feels slimy, it's so slimy. I don't know. It's like bumpy, gooey, slimy, messy, and it's like literally almost making me want to throw up. It's nasty. But the heat feels good. But I mean, I'm pretty sure You can get this same heated feeling from just sticking your hand in some warm water. I don't know why they it, they thought that the oatmeal was going to make it any better. I mean, I'm pretty sure the oatmeal is going to make my hands soft because oatmeal baths are like really good, but I don't think it's going to really do anything for the pain. It's not doing anything. I mean, maybe it takes time. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, try it. If you don't have a problem with texture and stuff, then it won't bother you. I do. This is really just nasty. It's so disgusting. It's nasty. I don't know. Okay. I've had enough of this. Yeah. It's still hurting. Okay? Yeah, but y'all wanted me to do it. So I did it. It's so slimy. It's slimy. It's gross. It's nasty. I don't feel any better. And I just feel like I just wasted 2 whole cups of oatmeal that could have went in somebody's belly. I know my husband is going to see this and be like, so you just out here wasting my oatmeal? Because he loves oatmeal more than I do. I mean, I eat oatmeal. So uh, this is the thumb. It is feeling a lot better, but I'm pretty sure it's just feeling better because I had a steroid shot. And then I think it's still a little swollen. This is not as swollen as it was to begin with. It's still not feeling great. It's not, I'm not, I'm just not, even after the steroid shot, I'm still not 100%. I'm still like, okay, I'm going to have to wash this because the oatmeal got all up under my fingernails and everything. That's disgusting. I don't even know why I showed y'all. Even after the steroid shot, I'm not at like 100%. I'm still hovering around 60. But yeah, I didn't even know you could get, I didn't even know that there was a thing. I didn't even know psoriatic arthritis existed until, I started researching arthritis and all of this kind of stuff. So I guess how they determined it was psoriatic arthritis instead of rheumatoid, like it's so many different tests. So I tested all of these years. I had tested negative for arthritis. I think they started testing me when I was in my late 20s because I started, having symptoms back then. Now I think I had symptoms in my childhood and I just didn't know what it was. But anyway, in my 20s is when it really started to bother me. So at first, of course, they were saying that it was fibromyalgia because back then, fibromyalgia was like the big thing. If people were having joint pains and you don't test positive for arthritis and you don't have a lot of the major symptoms like the swelling, the red joints, and all of this kind of stuff, then, they say, okay, well, you have fibromyalgia. So, I bought the whole fibromyalgia thing for a long time until this just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, nah, it's not the muscles, I'm feeling this in my joints. But every time they would test me, I would test negative. Like it wasn't showing up on any of the tests. So, fast forward to last year, um, I got referred to um, a rheumatologist. She started giving me tests that they had never done before. I was still testing negative. I went to see her, got the test results back. Didn't like her because, she just wasn't, she wasn't really explaining to me the test results and stuff. So I didn't know what was going on. So I asked for a second opinion, which was asking basically to see another rheumatology because I have Kaiser, to see another rheumatologist at Kaiser. And she looked at the previous test that the doctor had did before her. And she said, okay, well, you know what? You didn't test positive for, but I'm going to do one more test. And I think what this test was like, the double strand DNA, ANA, or something that nobody had ever did on me. And I finally tested positive. And so not only did I test positive, but the test came back speckled or something, which is more of an indicator that you can have psoriatic arthritis. There was a couple of other arthritises in Sjogren's syndrome because they had already tested me for lupus. Lupus test came back negative. So it was between Sjogren's syndrome or Sjogren's disease, whichever you want to call it, and psoriatic arthritis. And so the doctor asked me had I ever had psoriasis, and I was like, yeah, as a child. She looked at my scalp, then she didn't see anything, but my scalp was super clean because I had just washed my hair. And I was telling her, that's how things kind of work out with me. If my scalp is like super duper clean, sometimes you can't see it, and it's not going to start itching for maybe like a week or so after. Because no, I don't wash my hair every week either. I can go these long stretches without washing my hair. We'll talk about that in another video because I know y'all already think people with dreadlocks are nasty and our hair stink, but my hair don't stink. I don't have to wash my hair all the time. And, sometimes I will go in with like a sea breeze or something and get my scalp. You don't have to wash your hair to have a clean scalp. So, that's that. And plus with my hair being as long as it is, it takes my hair too long to dry. So, no, I'm not going to be washing my hair every week. But anyway, my scalp was clean. She couldn't see anything. It wasn't itching. So, it didn't bother me. But she said because I, did have a history of psoriasis, then it's more than likely that I have psoriatic arthritis. And then right after we came, she really said that was the diagnosis. I think the next day I woke up and my thumb was like big as a sausage. I mean, it had been hurting for like a couple of days, and then I woke up the next morning and it was huge. And so I called her and I was like, my thumb is swollen. I'm in a heck of pain and stuff. And so she was like, did you always have? Yeah, I was telling her about the pain in my hands and wrists and stuff. So my wrists, they x-rayed my hands and my wrists. The wrist came back with a little damage, and it's the same wrist as the jacked up thumb, with a little damage in the joint. They saw that on the x-ray. And so after all of that, after my thumb swelled up and I started having problems with it, she was like, yeah, I really definitely think that you have psoriatic arthritis. So this is a long video, and I doubt if I come back later. But yeah, so yeah, that's what they think that I have. And I do too. After doing some research and, looking at, and then, watching other people's videos on YouTube talking about their arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, telling their stories and stuff, I really think it is. Now, I don't have, right now, actively, I don't have any plaques or anything on my body, and I have not had any in a long time. But my skin, especially my back, is always itching. If I get hot in any way, my back itches. If I get hot, my scalp itches. And there are times when I can scratch my scalp and I swear to God, it literally snows. And it's not all just little fine flakes of regular dandruff. It is, big flakes. Sometimes, I can like take my finger and go like that and just pick up a big flake. Like, flakes as big as pieces of oatmeal. Like, before oatmeal is cooked, I can't pick up none now because they're all soaking wet. And also behind my ears and inside my ears, just big dry flakes will come out of the inside of my ears, and sometimes they bleed. So yeah, that's it. So I have psoriatic arthritis. That's that. Try the oatmeal thing. Maybe it'll work for you. And maybe you won't mind the way it feels. I do. I don't like slimy, strange texture. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. But hey, try it. We will try anything. I think when you're in pain, you will just about try anything. And everybody is into, trying natural remedies. So try it and see. Maybe it'll work for you. It's not as bad as swallowing 5,000 pills. And I'm going to go into that later because right now, no, I'm not taking any of the arthritis medications. I'm scared of the side effects. Right now, I'm just sticking to what I was taking before they really figured out that I had arthritis: tramadol, gabapentin, um, those type of, I consider them lower tier drugs, even though some people think that tramadol is, up here, and maybe I've been taking it for so long that it don't really bother me at this point. But no, I haven't started any of the, class of drugs that are specifically for arthritis because they're scary. Some of the side effects are, woo, will scare you to death. Because some of those drugs are used to treat chemo, they're chemo drugs. They're in the chemo drug family. They are chemo drugs. And with chemo drugs come chemo side effects. And at this point, I don't really see myself doing that. I mean, for one, I could see if my joints were, like, if all of my joints were inflamed like that, and, I was having major problems where the joints were being affected and they could see all of this in the x-rays, then maybe I, would want to do that. But I can't see myself right now taking a drug that is in the chemo class. I don't want to do that because then you start to take the risk of, messing up your immune system. Because those drugs like tear down your immune system and, make you susceptible, I don't know. Make you catch germs from other people and get sick. Like, you got to be out wearing masks, and your grandkids can't come around you coughing because their cough could mess around and kill me or give me pneumonia or something. And I don't want to do that. I've been talking for 24 minutes. This is a long video. And if you don't, but hey, some of y'all will sit with me for an hour. So I know that you can watch a 20-minute video. Watch this video. It's informative. I gotta go because that stuff is all up under my fingernails, and I might come back and then we'll discuss it in a live. But watch this video first. I'm gonna give y'all 30 minutes to watch this video, and then I'm gonna come on live and we can discuss it amongst other things. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. We'll talk about that later. 2. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.